Ah, crap. Here we go again. Like, for real. Seriously, ladies? Let's just play the story. Let's just play the story. Let me make sure I get the volume right. Let's just play the story. Cause, like, really? No bad hair days. I'm still waiting for y'all to get y'all stuff together. B, hashtag B. I don't know. I guess that's B. And, oh, N-word gang. Oh, fun. Okay. Middle fingers up. Seriously? Jesus Christ. Let's go.
Supposed to be a positive event, their annual Haunted Barn fundraiser. Students dressed up in all sorts of Halloween costumes with different kinds of face paint. The 7 students in this post were in all black, with their faces painted the same color.
The kids that were had the blackened faces were to be able to hide in a dark environment so they could...
Oof, you hear that stuttering? Like, you know, that they were supposed to hide in an all dark environment. Like, oh, it's just camo. Come on, guys. It was just camo. I mean, that's Snapchat, because that's clearly a Snapchat photo. I mean, like, yo, it's just a coincidence, gang.
Have the element of scaring kids.
The social media post included a racist hashtag, N-word gang, with the full N-word being used.
I think the
Oh, no. They used the ER. Oh, whoa. Yo. Seriously, what's the point of even like bringing this up and making this a thing? Primarily, I mean, this is from their local news channel, but where I got wind of this story is from the New York Post, because I saw that picture and I was like, really, somebody did this again.
language used in that is completely offensive, and I feel horrible for the
Woo! Wait, my man is stuttering. My man is in a bad place right now, because he's like, look, man, I feel terrible. Like, seriously, man. From article that I'm going to get into before we're done with this, before this video is done, they're saying that the teacher, I'm assuming this was the teacher, he had them do it so they could hide in the environment and everything else like that for all the colors that you can use, because there's tons of dark colors that blend in well in the environment. Hey, kids, come on in dark green or brown, you know, dark brown, even though, like, you know, technically, oh my goodness, oh, they're trying to mimic Puerto Ricans. Anyways, like, oh my God, guys, like, this is right here was a bad call. I think it, like, if this was the teacher, I'm gonna assume it just came from, oh yeah, well, you know, we want you to be able to scare the kids, stuff like that. Didn't put too much thought in it, but somebody did.
vast majority that do not feel this way.
Parents waiting to pick up their students at the school say the post is unacceptable.
I'm just shocked that kids are,
Real talk, this woman look like she say the N-word all the time. I'm not even gonna lie. She looks like, boy, like her daughter like probably dates black guys, and you know, when her daughter gets her heart broken and she's like, oh, that N-word and stuff like that. Like, she's just giving me that vibe. Like, this is not new to you. Yeah, the only reason you're feigning, you know, shock or disappointment is because, yeah, you getting put on blast by the media.
doing that, I mean, it's not okay.
I just don't understand why people do things like that.
I mean, they explained it. It was like, oh yeah, we want the teacher explains it like, oh yeah, well, we want you to be able to hide in the dark, but there's other dark purple, you know, violet. You could use violet, all right? It doesn't particularly have to be blackface. And the deal is, I personally am not offended. Blackface is a thing that's been going on since, back in the day with minstrel shows. That's really that, and in movies, in entertainment, in the media, they wouldn't hire black men. You know, they hire all the black chicks, but they wouldn't hire black men. They would just put black face on and then go out to perform as an individual. But so when it comes to representation, right? I mean, it really is the spark, the catalyst for representate or for all the representation that we have now. I mean, like I said, 50 Cent went up to Capitol Hill talking about representation matters, and then we saw the Harriet video where where the black man got shot by the slave master who was saving Harriet Tubman. So this is all that representation everyone likes talking about oh so much.
You don't have to treat other people that way.
School principal Craig Swan.
Technically, nobody was treated any kind of way. The deal is that the girls were just in blackface.
Johnson addressed two things in the post. First, the hashtag, but also the use of blackface paint at future school events.
If it's ever going to be at the expense of, a group of students depicting them in a negative, derogatory fashion.
But technically, they weren't depicting any of the students. They just, I love technicalities. And technically, they weren't depicting any students. Unless y'all got a student that damn dark. But even then, they probably weren't depicting it. The reasoning behind them painting themselves up like that was to scare people, Apparently, it was just a little too effective.
This is not acceptable.
And the student that made the post will meet with the principal and may even face disciplinary.
I'm curious, okay, so who made the post though? Did one of these girls make the post, or did somebody just come across, see him, and was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta get this"? Cause if I was in school with him and I was just walking past and was like, wait, what a second. Oh, ladies, would you like to take a picture? I could see that being the situation, but I'm pretty sure I want to say that I'm pretty sure that the young ladies didn't really think through the consequences of their actions.
In Lebanon, Devin Haskins.
Okay, so that's the end of this story, of that portion of the story, but yeah, so this is what's happening to one of the teens from the incident, right? Teen who wore blackface at haunted house said adults encouraged it. Written by Sarah Dorn. And that's the video that we just watched from 8KGW. An Oregon high school student who wore blackface at a Halloween fundraiser said adults encouraged the teens to wear the controversial makeup so they could hide in the dark and scare patrons of the haunted barn. A photo of Jasmine Bates and 6 other Caucasian students wearing blackface on October 26 went viral after a girl posted the image to social media with the caption, "Your gang." The next morning, Bates says she woke up to a barrage of backlash, including death threats. People were blowing my phone up saying, "You're disgusting, you're nasty." The freshman girl, she's a freshman too, so she's 13, 14? These kids ain't thinking that far ahead, all right? Told KGW8 TV in an interview published Friday. There were people who sent death threats and lots of insults. Bates defended her decision, saying the photo was innocent until somebody made it wrong. She's not wrong. That's not a wrong assessment. It really is about how you internalize, as opposed to what the intent. Offense is often taken and rarely given. He told us to put our hair back and our hoods up and have our faces painted black, which could have been literally any other dark color, so that they wouldn't be visible at all, Bates said. An adult at their school fundraiser for Future Farmers of America told them. Her mother, who accompanied her for the interview, asked for sympathy for her daughter. All these kids in the picture, they're hard-working kids. But they got jobs. They're in high school. Okay, whatever. Laura Lewis said, "They're probably some of the best in the community." The superintendent at Bates School District in Lebanon, Oregon, apologized for the photo and said it will better educate students on race issues. I hope it better educate students on not to listen to the random adults, because these children, with them being 13, 14 years old, they have no historical context for blackface at all. I would like to express my apologies to anyone who saw the posting to Snapchat. Bo Yates wrote, "It is essential that our students understand the historical context of blackface, and appropriate curriculum will be adopted to ensure this." So just more indoctrination, because they're all butthurt and stuff. But the deal is that ultimately these kids, they really, I can't help but feel like the kids just didn't know what they were doing. Like they were told to do something, they did it, and boom, it exploded. Somebody took that photo, put it on Snapchat, and that's really the catalyst for the outrage and the death threats and everything else like that. Ladies, you'll be of age in like 5 years. It's all good. We ain't even worrying about that. But when it comes to the superintendent and the adults that push them towards this, I mean, they're not going to get any backlash because they're not students. So seriously, guys, don't sit there and go at kids who didn't do and who were just doing as they were told. All right. Even though that reminds me of the scene from X-Men, I think it was First Class, where Magneto was like, I've been at the mercy of men who are just following orders. Never again. So yeah, guys, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you will get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like, they don't really feel your boy like that. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Is this just like kids not knowing what they're doing because they grew up over the past like 14 years? My goodness. These kids were made in 2005. The minstrel shows and the historical and the history behind blackface, trust me, it was not a concern of theirs. All right, but you may disagree, and that's what I have a comment section for. So, till the next one.